Hey, good morning, friends. Mark Holmes here, of course, with my buddy Cowboy Joe Boo and Joe Bear in the house. And as always, I want to thank you guys for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, this literally does not work. So let's get open for business and let's wake up those football gods. Wake up here this morning, guys. How you guys doing here on this thirsty Thursday? Um, man, you know, fair warning, fair warning to you guys out there. I've started doing keto. The end of the season. It's the off season. It's the off season where champions are made. It is literally this time of year that is key on getting to that Super Bowl next year. Take a look at Tampa Bay. They ended up signing Tom Brady in the offseason, which ended up helping to propel that team by taking a team that made 55 turnovers down to like 23 to bring stability to that union and eventually a Super Bowl. As we saw yesterday with the boat parade, drunk Tom Brady throwing the Super Bowl trophy over to a friend. But be that as it may, this is the time to get in shape for next year. And I'm doing keto. And thus far, 4.5 pounds since Monday. I'm actually in ketosis, and I'm actually doing intermittent fasting, and I'm drinking black coffee. You guys know how I like my regular coffee, but if it's a matter of getting in shape and living longer, I'll take the black coffee, I guess. So I'm trying to take both sides of the argument to look around because, see, here's where what you have to do in life is sometimes you need to put yourself in somebody else's shoes to understand their point of view. So I'm going to take the other point of view of, you know what, if the Cowboys don't re-sign Dak, we have money to spend on the defense. We'll deal with the money that we have saving over, although I will preface this in saying for 4 years we only spent $4 million on a quarterback, and somehow we didn't win a Super Bowl without having that money. But we'll dig into that later. If we don't keep Dak Prescott, and we're hearing, or at least I heard, that they're going to be meeting within the next 2 weeks and trying to hammer out a deal. The Cowboys' concern, of course, is a ligament that's actually in Dak's ankle, not so much the bone, and they just want to make sure that it does, in fact, heal the way it should, and that there's no problems with it. And I can understand and appreciate that too. You don't want them to sign to a mega deal tying us up for 4 or 5 years if, in fact, the ankle is not going to be the same. If it is, then that's a different story. So we can either go on the merry-go-round of trying to sign a free agent quarterback, because we know, like, probably Jacoby Brissett will be out there. We know Cam Newton will be out there. Of course, Andy Dalton will be out there. That's one viable solution. Another one would be draft one. And we're sitting at 10. So I want to go through and just look at quarterbacks that were available in the first round drafted quarterbacks that are 10 or better. Because I don't believe in, if we trade up to get a quarterback, that's going to hamper us fixing our defense. And if this Super Bowl didn't prove anything to you, it should have proved that defense is important as well. It really should have. That defense took the ball away, shut down Pat Mahomes, and it just destroyed him. So let's go through. It's a great piece. Let me make sure I give credit where credit's due. From SB Nation, fan post. He's done all the work for me here, so let me flip the camera over here. All right, so in 2011, Cam was drafted. Jake Locker didn't bust a grape. Cam is still available. Blaine Gabbert's. Okay, so Blaine Gabbert would be one we could get at 10. Let me write these down. Possible quarterbacks in the first round that we could get at 10, just a sample size. So Blaine Gabbert and Christian Ponder. Now, see, they'll tell you that this is a quarterback rich draft. Andrew Luck was one, Robert Griffith was second, Ryan Tannehill was third. Okay. So in 12, you could have gotten Brandon Wheaton. Now, I will say that Russell Wilson was available much later, but nobody thought that he was going to be the guy that he was. So Brandon Wheaton. Okay. 2013, E.J. Emanuel. Okay. 2014, Blake Bortles. So Johnny Manziel. Johnny Manziel and Teddy Bridgewater. Okay. (2015) Jameis Winston and Marcus Mariota, 1 and 2, still both in the league right now without starting gigs. 2016, Paxton Lynch, a guy who the Cowboys wanted, FYI. They were in a bidding war with him and just didn't want to go quite that high. Oh, okay, 2017, Pat Mahomes. Okay, I could deal with Pat Mahomes or Deshaun Watson. Okay. That's 2 winners. 2018, couldn't get Baker because he was number 1. Sam Darnold, Josh Allen, Josh Rosen. Okay, Josh Rosen and Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson, is a great quarterback right now, but I don't think his game is going to be suited for longevity. 19, Haskins. Okay. Haskins. And 20, Jordan Love. All right. So here we go. Let me go through. So since 2011, we've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 quarterbacks drafted at 10 or later in the first round, which is where our Cowboys will be picking if they do not trade up. But we know trading up is going to be several number ones, okay? And unless you're going to try and go all the way up, it might cost you 3 number ones to get anywhere close. We think about the Eagles trading from the 13th to the 8th with Tampa Bay. They gave up a lot, and then they went from 8 to 2 to get, and they gave up a lot more. So they gave up, in essence, I think 3 number ones and more just to move up to get Carson Wentz. So you're talking about something like that. If the Cowboys do not trade up, these are the quarterbacks that have been drafted over the last 10 years in the first round, 10 or later. Blaine Gabbert, that would be a no. Won't help the Cowboys. Christian Ponder, that would be a no. Won't help the Cowboys. We've had Brandon Wheaton. We've been in the weeds. That would be a no. E.J. Emanuel, that would be a no. Johnny Manziel, we had the fascination on that one. That would be a no. Teddy Bridgewater, capable, but Carolina's looking for a better person, so that would be a no. Paxton Lynch, not just a no, but a hell no. Pat Mahomes, yes. Deshaun Watson, yes. Josh Rosen, no. Lamar Jackson would be a yes, but I would be worried about how long he's going to be able to play without getting beat up. You saw this year him taking several concussions and injuries and things, and you have to start saying, are those going to be cumulative where he's going to be, 2 or 3 years down the road, not the same guy? You think about RG3, his rookie year was crazy till he got his knee hurt, where his game was, relying on him being able to move around and get out of the pocket. Once the knee went, he just was not the guy. He was not a pocket passer. Haskins, that would be a no. Jordan Love, they said, could not get out of third string, so I don't think that that would be a help. Okay, so out of 13 quarterbacks, you got 3. So that means you got roughly a 20% chance of finding 20% chance that if we drafted at 10, 20% chance that we'd be able to find a Pat Mahomes, Deshaun Watson, or a Lamar Jackson. I'd say you're going to get a Blaine Gabbert or Brandon Wheaton. Okay. So the question is, are you willing to roll the dice to say that's the direction we want to go? Knowing that everybody out there is looking for a quarterback. Now, I know there's the thought that we can trade Dak, even Skip Bayless, who hopes that the Cowboys will trade Dak this offseason. Well, there's only 2 ways that's going to happen. You either have to get him a long-term deal and trade that contract, in which case you're paying all of the front-end money that will hurt you. Basically you're going to take a big dead hit to trade him in the offseason, or you end up signing him to a tag. He signs it and agrees to be traded to someplace else. We've had situations before where teams have thought about trying to do that, but weren't sure that there was a trade market for it and ended up not taking the risk, because the problem with that is when you tag Dak, you are now responsible for that $37.7 million until you trade him. So if you tie up $37.7 million, then that precludes you from being able to sign somebody else unless he agrees. And I'm not sure he would turn around and say, sure, after you've kind of, screwed me over for the years, I'm more than happy to make things better for you. I'm not quite so sure that he would do it. Maybe he would, because he is a stand-up guy and takes care of everybody else. But I'm not sure that that's going to happen. So more than likely, it ends up being Kirk Cousins, where they just let him go. It's a silly situation, but we'll have to wait and see. I did post yesterday in a video because people think, oh, you're paid Dak $40 million a year. It's average. It's not as bad as it sounds, because you could look at a scenario where I've talked about first year being 22, second year being like 38. Or you can franchise tag him and say you could walk away at 37.7. I dare say that the 22, leaving you with about $5 million off the bat without having to restructure anybody, is maybe a better way to go, provided the ankle is okay. All right, everybody. I appreciate you guys being here and being part of the Joe Blue Sports Report. Got some work to do in the workshop, and, of course, got some honeydews to take care of for the wife. And definitely we'll have another keto video out. I've been putting those out about 5 in the evening. Basically, it follows what I did yesterday. And yesterday, oh, man, we had our jalapeno bacon burger. Oh, man, that was good. That was real good. So if you are thinking about doing keto, or you're doing keto and you want to see my journey and stuff like that, I got a whole playlist, which is the whole keto. It's going to be basically like a diary video of each day and what I'm eating. So that way you can say, okay, Mark, you're lying to us that or Mark, this works great, or whatever. You can watch it and figure out exactly what I'm doing and see how it works. Oh, and one final thing. Somebody had the nerve to say that I am dyeing my hair. Here's the thing. You look real close at my beard. You look real close right in here. The funny thing is when my hair is short, you see a lot more of the gray in here. But for whatever reason, the gray does not seem to be coming through on the top. Because they said you should at least, dye all of it. I don't dye my hair. Don't dye my hair. Not into dyed hair. Not into, plastic surgery and all that. Listen. Mother Nature made this, and it's beautiful, at least in my eyes. And ladies, same thing. All right, I'll catch you guys on the flip side, and I'll see you soon.